What's up, y'all? It's Gavin, and I'm here with my wife, Jessie G. And we finna do a series of questions, and this one is gonna be, which is worse? So kick it with us, vibe out, while we give our thoughts and our opinions on which is worse on whatever the question is. Okay? Another day, another dollar. So which one is worse? Having sex with somebody, your partner having sex with somebody, or your partner giving money to somebody?
Both equally is bad to me.
You gotta pick one though. Gotta pick one.
I think giving somebody money is worse. Money. Giving someone else outside the relationship, a female who likes you or a potential interest, is worse. Because especially these days, because you're taking the money out the household. I don't care how rich you are or how established you are, how much money you have. I don't even care if it's your money out of your bank account, personal bank account. I think it's worse. It makes it a little more disrespectful.
Okay. You're gonna be shocked at my answer.
Well, I'm pretty sure. We usually debate on a lot of different things, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be surprised. Well, not surprised, but I'm just saying.
Well, I actually agree with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually agree with you. Giving, if you was to give her some money, I still ain't got over my $5.
I knew it was coming.
I still ain't got over my $5. So yes, giving someone else money would be worse for me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Especially if I'm giving you money and you gave it to somebody else. No, I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with that at all.
It's crazy because even if it's just $5, somebody gonna be mad. Okay. And people out here contemplating. People contemplating whether it's millions, a couple thousand here, but even if it's $5, somebody gonna be mad, okay? And I'm not saying that having sex with this person is not a bad thing, but it kind of goes into feeling like you have an emotional attachment, or you want to be financially responsible for that person, or you're not thinking about your own household. And I'm going to sit there and say, even if you have millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's still coming up out of your household, even if it is your personal account. I'm going to say that again. Because, you could have spent that on me. You could have gave you had some extra to give. You could have gave it to me.
But what if it's for me, though? What if it's for me, though, to do whatever I want to do?
Do whatever you want to do, but don't.
Okay, what if I feel like being nice? What if I feel like being nice and tipping extra for the waitress extra for what she did?
That's different, Tipping the waitress is different. This person don't have your phone number. They're not contacting you. You're not possibly in intimate situations with this person. You're not having this long dialogue for a period of time with this person where they can hit you back and be like, hey, can I get a couple more dollars? You know what I mean? A waitress, the man on the corner who need a couple dollars.
Cool, but not a female that I could have sex with. Could, not did, but could.
No. Cause
so a female on the street could get the $5.
A homeless lady
or
on
however
the street,
much money I decide to give that day.
Hey, a homeless lady can get, man, and even then, it depends on how much money it is, especially depending on where your household is. Like if you out here giving a homeless man $2,000, come on. I mean, I know I've seen them do it on all types of YouTubes. I've seen it.
Trying to help
somebody. But usually, people who are homeless may not have the mentality of trying to figure out how to rebuild. Okay? They usually need help. So
don't give the homeless person that's
$2,000. For me personally, because of where I come from, being in Decatur, you see these people all the time.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, even downtown Atlanta, you see it all the time. There was an episode where these people were hustling and scamming to get money, and that was their job. Their job was to sit at the MARTA station and get money up, and then they videotaped them and investigated, and some of these people were getting in Mercedes-Benz. Not to say that's the case all the time, but that sometimes is the case. Then the other opposite of that is if you give somebody who has a issue, whether it's a mental issue, abuse when it comes to alcohol and drugs, you're setting them up for failure. It's like a catch-22. Sometimes you got to pray about it and you let your discernment do it. If you meet the right person, you can see in their heart and their soul, and you can tell and be like, I know this person is going to take this $2,000 and do the right thing. I could see possibly doing that. But that's rare. That's rare.
Yo, it's crazy. Because in my mind, hearing what you're saying,
sounds crazy, right?
It sounds nuts.
It sounds nuts, but I've experienced it.
Fucking nuts.
I've experienced it. I've watched it, and I know
this person is struggling. You got it in your pocket to give. Don't give them that much money.
Yo, and that's why I said it's up to an individual to use their discernment. I've watched it. I've watched somebody say they're hungry. You decide, okay, I'm gonna give you $5 and some food, and they throw the food on the floor and went and got alcohol. I've seen it.
Okay.
On being on the MARTA train station, somebody said they hungry. Somebody just bought a fresh bag of food. Nobody's touched it and said, here. That bitch, she damn near cussed that man out. She cussed the man out and said, I don't want your, and respectfully.
I seen somebody that
I understand. I might understand.
Atlanta cuss somebody out because they tried to give her food and she threw it at their car.
And it's like I said, sometimes you gotta use discernment. Everybody is not gonna do that same thing. Some people really truly need that help, and most of these people on the street need that help. But sometimes that's why the rules and regulations when it comes to homeless is so strict, and it's crazy. It's a catch-22 because it's bad for the homeless, but then if you actually experience some of these things, you know why. And I know that sounds crazy. So I know.
So I can't give a homeless woman money on the street neither, is what you're saying.
You can give them some money, but best believe when
Not
you give
$2,000.
When you give it to them, understand. When you give, you gave from your heart, exactly. And whatever you did, whatever they do with it, it's okay with you. That's fine. But me, I want to know the person is gonna do what's best for them and not go get drugs.
I understand.
And I have no control over that. So that thing is, I can't see myself giving $2,000 to somebody on the street unless I build a rapport. I've seen them on the tire all the time. You know, like for instance, the homeless lady in Stone Mountain. Yeah. I would always go to that gas station. We build a encouraged her, you know, as I was giving her money here and there. She ended up getting a job at the gas station because I told her, you know, if you gonna be here all the time, you might as well ask that man such and such. She ended up getting a job there. And then the next time I saw her, she had a job at the Taco Bell 1 block down the street. You know what I mean? Yeah. And she would literally, we had such a rapport that she knew she was bad with money that she gave me her money to hold for her, just in case something happened. And did I spend her money? No, I actually put it in the envelope in the car, her name on it. So if I see her and she needs it, I'm gonna give it. But it's the world we live in. Everything is not just black and white. And just because you see somebody need help does not mean that is the truth. And I want to help people who really want to be helped.
I understand.
So I do it a little different. I give a little bit here to this person. I give a little bit there to discernment. My mama says when you give out a gift, it is a gift. If you give it out, let it go. Know what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Be grateful that you were blessed enough to be able to bless that person. But when it comes to a certain amount of money, because you could be that person who gave that person $2,000 and they went over OD. You see them in the newspaper, on the news one day, they wilding out somewhere. I don't want to be. I don't. When you giving people money, sometimes you're responsible for what they do with it. You know, I guess because of what I've seen, how people reacted, what's been done, maybe things are different now, changing. But from my experience, I don't see myself giving somebody $2,000. Now, if it was that particular lady back in Stone Mountain, I could see doing that. Had a report, knew her whole situation, and I know everybody don't take time to speak to homeless people and learn their situations and all that extra stuff, but that's me. That's me. So for my thing is that if it's somebody that you possibly could have sex with, it's still a bad thing. If it's a homeless person and you giving them $2,000, it's still a bad thing. If it's the waitress that you actually go to this freaking restaurant on a regular, I might not think that's a bad thing unless I think she is hitting on you. You know what I mean?
I think that'd be the only reason. That
wouldn't be the only reason. Sometimes
it would be because she make me feel good every time I come up in the spot. So is that hitting on me? That she make me feel good and I want to give her the money?
It's a way to do it. It's a way to do it. Is she nice to you like that when I'm around?
Yeah.
If she's respectful, it depends. But I just, like I said, I'm with the way the climate of the world is like, yo, I'd rather be us saving that money for a rainy day than to just be out here throwing money at people for transactional emotions and feelings.
Okay, so the moral of the story is, on this side, it's worse to give somebody money than to have sex with them.
Yeah. Because it might be just a night stand.
It's good to know I can...
No, you can't do that neither. Okay? But you gonna get cussed out either way it go, but you might get cussed out from one or the other.
Oh, man.
Okay? I may think you getting some for real if you just giving somebody some money. You might be getting some too. I might just put both together. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's not put two and two together. Let's not do that.
No money, and I ain't gonna have sex with nobody.
Okay.
What about you?
I ain't gonna do neither. I gave somebody $5 one time, and I ain't lived that down. That was in 1942. We have a saying in our relationship where, like, if something was a long time ago,
in the past,
that's one thing Gavin's pops taught us is a 1942 conversation. Like, sometimes you gotta leave stuff in 1942. And back in 1942, I gave a X $5. And I'm trying to get us to leave in 1942. I think this conversation is triggering her right now. But
yeah, it triggered me. It didn't trigger me, but it just brought that thought back into the.
I knew it was coming. She hadn't even said nothing about it, but I knew it was coming. But yes,
you know you gonna remember if your girl gave somebody that you had a extreme distaste for some paper. You gonna remember that. Don't play like you're not.
Well,
you don't even want me to give that. I don't even know yet. Is this some money? So what are you talking about?
Hey, but that was in the beginning of our relationship, and I was young, and I wasn't thinking. I didn't think it was that big of a deal because it was $5, but it is a big deal.
If I want to hurt somebody, don't give them my money that I gave them.
Even if I don't want to hurt somebody, don't give them my money. Your money is my money. That money is our money.
Together.